Well, here's something I haven't done in a long time. I don't even know where to begin, guys. Welcome back to the blog. I feel like I've been gone forever, and there's a reason why I have been gone forever, and that's because I have nothing to film. I've been through a lot of different things in this past couple of years, this pandemic and stuff like that. A lot has changed about my life, and so something that you guys can see is that there's nothing in the garage, and that is an unusual spot because I used to have a 1994 Thunderbird, which is now sold, and I also had a 2003 Saleen, which is also sold. And you're asking me, why did you sell it? Great question. I don't have an answer for it, honestly. I believe that the best thing about life is experiences, and I really believe that reaching this point and getting to sell my prized possessions, especially my Thunderbird, aka PHATBRD, was the hardest decision I ever had to make, but I do not regret it whatsoever. I enjoyed it for 22 plus years. I met a lot of you through this. I've been doing these blogs and Instagram and stuff like that throughout the years, but I got to the point where I just didn't have time for dealing with the car and fixing things and doing things to it. And honestly, it was time. I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly. My whole family did, and it was time to go. How I reached that point was I started thinking about selling my Saleen. I love my Saleen more than anything, but once I saw the Saleen and how good of a market it was, and finding a person to buy a car that quickly really changed my trajectory on what I'm going to do going forward. So what I ended up doing is, once I sold the Saleen, I started looking for different type of cars to fulfill the void, and that was really hard because I really believe that it was hard to find a car to replace the Saleen. I test drove many different cars, and I ended up getting a car that I probably shouldn't have gotten at that time, but it forced me financially to make a decision, which is the only way I can afford this car is by having to sell the Thunderbird. And that was really tough because 22 years later, getting rid of my baby that I created from ground up was something that I thought I would never do, and I did it. So once I got this car, which I'm gonna show you, I really believed that the next step was to sell the Thunderbird, and being able to sell a car so unique and so rare was a challenge, and eventually I settled on a price that ended up being an okay price for me, and financially I was back to normal and back to comfortable stage of life where the car that I purchased was no longer a burden. And what I want to show you real quick right now, I don't know how many people have followed me on Instagram, but I've been posting pictures and videos of this car since I got it. But let me first tell you about the car that I bought. So I'm going to show you a quick cinematic video of the car, and I'll be back when this is over. Okay, see you soon. you guys think? Pretty sweet, huh? I always had a vision of getting one of these. I never thought I was able to afford this. But selling both of those cars made it a reality. It allowed me to create another baby of mine that I thought would never be possible. And the greatest thing about this car is how easy it is to get parts for it, how easy it is to find things that I can use to make it my own. And you know, because I had to go with the orange, I created something that is just truly was unique. And as you can see, I believe it's one of a kind. Again, obviously nowhere near as one of a kind as my Thunderbird, but I mean, this thing is amazing. Started with the 2019 Mustang GT Performance Pack 1. And my goal was to find a white one. I couldn't find a white one in the price range that I was looking for. So I kind of had to settle on black, which, it's hard to keep it clean. But white was my original option. Couldn't find the white one, so I ended up getting the black one. And once I found the black one, I'm like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. And as you can see, there's a lot of things done to this car. I'll show you a few pictures up here of the car when I bought it. Those that follow me on Instagram have saw the whole timeline, but we did a lot of things to it. Obviously orange theme, which was my goal from the get one, but we did Roush back end, GT500 spoiler, taillight, smoke taillight covers, which I think just do a great job, not making it blacked out, but give it a smoke look. I did 20 by 10.5 and 20 by 9.5 Nichis wheels that I had custom powder coated orange. And when you get close to it, this is not really a greatest. You can see it's got flakes in it. It's got like silver flakes. I did some orange accents. I did a small line over here. I wanted to do, my goal was to create a GT500 convertible. I have friends that have a coupe GT500, and I'm not a big coupe guy. I always wanted a convertible. So we had to do a GT500 front bumper, but I did not want to leave this black and make it look just like a GT500. So I continued my stripes down. We did a GT500 front bumper. We did a GT500 side skirts, which I believe came out great. And we did the little splitters in the back that kind of follow the whole thing up. And I think they just came out really good. So right off the bat, that changed the whole car. Then I had to do a roll bar, because once my Saleen had a roll bar, I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. My goal was to do the interior in orange and do a lot of different things, but I don't plan on keeping this car forever. This is my transition car. Like, I really want to start getting into switching cars, and every couple of years get a different car and do this fun process all over, which I believe with this car I was able to really see how awesome this process is. We wrapped the orange vinyl in here, and then we did a lot of interior stuff. We have some carbon fiber parts. As you can see, I did a little bit orange accents in here. I did carbon fiber in here and some carbon fiber on the steering wheel, just enough to break it up, and I think it did a phenomenal job. The great thing about this car is fast from the factory, and there's really nothing I wanted to do to the performance part. This car is already 460 horsepower. This automatic 10-speed, 10 transmission, 810 or whatever they call it. This car is absolutely monster. I would say like a high 12-second car, easily in a convertible. And for me, it's plenty fast. I know people can say you can always make it faster. It's really easy to go down that route, but my goal is, not to do that. I have so much fun in this car. Honestly, the greatest thing about this car is I daily drive it. I drive this car every single day, rain, no problem. I mean, the top, when you put the top up, it is absolutely comfortable. Like, it doesn't feel like a convertible at all. I love my Saleen, but you know, 2003 versus 2019, it's a 16-year difference. I mean, the sound of this car is, I mean, how much money I have put into a Thunderbird and the Saleen to make it sound better and make it sound louder and be performance oriented. This car by itself, it's already amazing. I mean, this thing sounds unbelievable. And the greatest thing about the active exhaust is I can turn it off. If I want to have a conversation with someone in the car, I just turn off the exhaust and it's super quiet stock mode, and I really enjoyed that part. So yeah, tell me what you think. I mean, I know no longer I'm a Thunderbird owner. I am no longer a Saleen owner. You know, I really enjoyed those cars, and it got me to the point where I'm at right now. And my goal is to continue going from here. Like, I can see myself driving this car several years, owning it. It puts a smile on my face every time I drive it. Like I said, I drive it to work every single day, the grocery store, wherever we go. The car gets a lot of attention. It honestly created one of a kind Mustang, which in sea of Mustangs, that is a really hard thing to do. Any car gathering or cruise or anytime I'm driving around, I get a lot of people giving me heads up, thumbs up, and comments on what a great creation I did over here. So with that said, I really would like to say one more time, thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for following me. Thank you for messaging me and encouraging me to continue doing this. It's a super hard thing to continue being consistent. I'm not. I know I'm not. So I would like to be more consistent. So I promise you I'm going to post more. I'm going to do a little bit more blogs, and, you know, maybe not go to car shows and stuff like that, but just kind of around what I'm up to, what I'm doing with the cars, and would like for you guys to stay in touch. So for everybody, have a great day. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and until next time, peace.